The Surfing Violinist presents the Beyond Bollywood OneTake, Episode 2, RRR. RRR blends the masala blockbuster with religious period piece epics to form a movie virtually impossible to categorize or compare. It's an audacious reactionary masterpiece that ritualistically slaughters, maims, and incinerates globalism as the abominable graven image that it is. RRR is a revisionist history buddy comedy / religious and anthropological vigilante martial arts ballet, and on that basis I give the film 5 out of 5 stars. The film parallels some of Quentin Tarantino's work in films like Inglourious Basterds, Django Unchained, and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, films whose premise revolves around the question, what if? What if a ragtag group of mercenaries try to kill Hitler? What if an escaped slave went up against a ruthless slaveholder? What if a couple Hollywood has-beens had intervened in the Manson family massacre? In RRR's case, what if real-world Gond revolutionary Komuram Bhim and Telugu revolutionary Allarai Sitharama Raju were the reincarnations of the Ramayans Bhim and Ram, respectively, and what if they joined forces with divine favor against the worst elements of the British Raj? And take everything up to 11.
These go to 11.
And like Tarantino, especially in Django Unchained, this film takes everything up to 11. Other films that bear some similarities with RRR include Hollywood religious epics like Cecil B. DeMille's Ten Commandments, William Wyler's Ben-Hur, or Mel Gibson's The Passion of the Christ. Stylistically, Rajamouli's patriotic religious epic is pure masala and could bring comparison to the works of Michael Bay or Zack Snyder, or perhaps even the Kingsman series. There are times that the film, like many Bollywood action films, seems to derive some inspiration from kung fu movies. I watched The 36th Chamber of Shaolin right after this film, and while it is nowhere near in terms of scope or pacing, I think both films revel in the mechanics of the action used to overthrow oppressive regimes, not just as entertainment, but as metaphors for how underdogs can navigate systemic imbalance, and instead of whining about it, finding ways to leverage the imbalance so that the oppressor's own momentum works against itself. Letterboxd user Mr. Zed gave RRR 1/2 star, saying, "Felt like a group of action set pieces and melodrama compiled together without any strong flow or interconnect." I do agree that some of the stitching of this film could really fall apart when you pay attention to the seams. In this sense, there's a J.J. Abrams kind of quality to the filmmaking, more interested in the initial shock of action set pieces that depend upon not so clever contrivances to propel the story along. However, I feel like RRR is up there with some of my favorite big-budget blockbuster masala in that the parts are greater than the whole kind of way. What has always kept me invested in blockbuster Indian cinema is its capacity to unearth transcendent melody or drama or character in films that aren't really that good, in some cases not good at all. RRR has so many of these good moments for me that I have a feeling this film will age better in spite of its convenient plotting. One example of this contrived plotting is the way the film handles Ram's fiancée and the role she plays in saving the day and reuniting Ram and Bhim. I would say it's a mess. But I'm willing to forgive RRR for its fumbled handling of this passing of the baton in the narrative because of what comes after it. The Bhim and Ram co-op video game scene is the kind of movie magic that for me has been lacking in the Marvel Cinematic Universe since the first Avengers film. User SomyaBot said, "Gamers, gravity, physics, and many more left the chat. This is an easy criticism to address. Like Kung Fu Hustle or Kill Bill or 300, this film is not making any promises regarding physics or gravity. It lets you know very early on that it is dispensing with reality. Using this criticism is like eating a gallon of ice cream and complaining that it didn't taste like salad. And why gamers would leave the chat when you have the Ram Bhim totem video game scene is not at all apparent. To me, RRR is a sign of the times, a herald of the inevitable coming of a multipolar world. The passing of the baton from a bottom-line, hegemonic, demythologized, secularized, industrialized Christendom to cultures and art forms more regional that strive to reconnect with what made them unique before the commoners were reduced to being just another bullet for a quote-unquote better man's gun. 5 stars. Keep crying, globalists. What are your thoughts about RRR? Leave a comment along with a recommendation for another regional Indian film that has a special place in your heart, and we'll see if we can get around to it. And if you haven't heard it yet, check out my violin cover in micro-overture form of Komuram Bhimuro from RRR. Until next time, keep it creative, keep it cross-cultural, and keep it constructive, YouTubers. Thank you very much. see these videos early without ads, join the lineup here on YouTube. You just need a YouTube account, and for $1.99 a month, you click this little join button and sign up to get early and ad-free access to 4 monthly vlogs: the surf vlog, the masala vlog, the violin vlog, and the family vlog. Thank you very much.